graduating in 10 days. So we would like to start this joint speech by thanking you all for attending this showcase and supporting the upperclassmen as we wrap up the projects that significantly impact our academy experience.
Now, hearing those speeches was a really nice reminder of how important the academy is to us and how deeply we get affected and how much we grow from the academy. So, you guys think you learn a lot in the past year, the past 2 years, the past 3 years, wait till you come to senior year. So, as for the seniors and our families, I know, it's very intense. It's so intense, I can feel myself wanting to jump up and down, but probably shouldn't do that right now. It's exciting, it's a little scary, it's bittersweet, and it's barely in our reach. It's so close yet so far, it's 10 days away. Graduation will be here in the blink of an eye. And as we take our last steps through the silver doors, take our last glances around the Academy Hall, which we know so well that we could probably see the fishbowl and each of its glass with our eyes closed. So, don't forget to bug your awesome teachers as much as you possibly can, as our class is bugging our teachers for the very last time. We wish the best of luck to the rest of the academy, because the journey is worth it, and I know Marissa can agree with that.
One of the best things that I think we all get out of the academy is our memories and our senses of humor, as you can see by some of our speeches that were given. I know it basically just happened, but by far the best memory ever from all 4 years was our senior dinner, and many of you did not attend that. But what was really so special about it was that there was a slideshow, particularly, that had everyone's baby picture, everyone's senior picture, where they were going to college, and what they were majoring in. And I didn't know half of where everyone decided to go to college because we kind of avoided the subject. It was a little scary to talk about. But it was really cool watching the slideshow and seeing where the people that I had grown close to were going to college and where everyone was going to end up after this year. And then it really hit me. We're not all going to be together next year. We're all going to be in different places, and I know the underclassmen, you might not want to think about it now, but it's true. But I'm going all the way to Georgia, and that's not exactly driving distance to anyone else. But the one thing that's really cool is that the academy taught me to be confident enough in myself that I know I'll be okay, even though I'm not around the 60-ish people that I grew so close to. To all of my underclassmen, one, I'm going to miss all of you. Maybe I don't know you personally, but I see all of you in the hallway, all of you working in classes. I met a lot of you at SAC, all of these events that we planned. And I hope that the academy and the upperclassmen have been a good role model for you and what you should be, because we tried our best to try and teach you and make the most of all of this time that you guys are here. Two, the academy is all about making memories. And I want you to keep those memories as long as you possibly can. Whether you want to go to college far away or close by, to Georgia, California, or even just to U of I, the academy prepares you for what comes next, no matter what that may be. So each of us will have our own memories, and each of us will have our own lessons that we've learned that will teach us how to be who we want to be in the future. Watching that senior slideshow and realizing that we are all moving on to bigger and brighter things made me both sad and excited for what we're going to do. And all of you should be excited for it too, no matter how far away you think it is.
Now parents, I know you're listening to all these speeches and listening to the immense projects that we had to go through. And believe me when I say that our class especially has gone through an ocean and back, maybe multiple times. With all the drastic changes in the grading system, even the staff, high school in general. Altogether, it truly showed us how the world works. And like Marissa said, we're prepared to face the real world. Because after all, it's only the beginning of all the changes we'll be experiencing from here on out. And I know that the classes now, no matter what you guys go through, will be just fine. I mean, we're academy kids. We're tougher than we look. So, before I close the speech, we'd like to give a huge shout out and thank you, not only to the volunteers who put this event together, but especially to the showcase chairs, Shayna and Sylvia, for giving the senior class our opportunity to continue this tradition of potluck, even though it's not quite potluck, it's close enough. And I'd like to thank Mr. Kleinschmidt for coming to our academy family as our new director, especially Mr. Lindenberg for stepping up to support the Student Advisory Council. We all had to work together, the academy and staff, to continue and even improve our academy traditions, and I believe we did a great job of that. I'd also like to thank all of you families, and especially teachers who have been there for us since day one. Through all the crying, the laughing, the stressing, the speeches have probably emphasized that, so freshman families, you should be prepared. All of these experiences have shaped us to be the people who we are today. You have all helped us stay sane, especially Marissa for me, and you all make sure that we make the most out of these experiences. We cannot say thank you enough.
And the one person that I personally would like to thank is Julia Santos, because we are a part of a club at the school called the Academy Student Advisory Council, and I'm sure many of you have heard of that. It's basically student council for the academy. And that is what gives us the leadership to plan all of these events. It's what Shayna and Sylvia are a part of that gave them the motivation to get this event going. And Julia is currently the president, and I am her vice president, and she is helping everyone on the club to follow their dreams if they want to pursue a new event. They got buddies for the freshmen for Groundhog Day. They kept potluck around even though we had some trouble with that. And so thank you to Julia and everyone on SAC also for helping us through this year, even though there were a lot of changes, and making sure we still had all the events that we wanted to have as great a year as humanly possible.
Not only will I miss the 60-ish people in my class, but I'll definitely miss all of you guys because we're all one big family. And it's been a great honor to serve as your Student Advisory Council president for the past year. And I'm really attached to you guys, so I can't wait to see all of us Academy students moving on to bigger and better things. I love you all, and you'll always be my family.